TBC is finally live, and for those of you that aren't aware, a shit ton of drama happened during the supposed 24-hour downtime maintenance. First of all, maintenance was delayed quite literally to over 30 hours. The servers did not go live at 6 PM EST, they went live at 2 AM EST. So for a lot of people, the whole day was thrown into whack. People took time off for this, and they broke so many things that even as it is right now, things are still broken. Now, for example, when they ended off the maintenance, they just said quite literally, we're gonna fix boost in the morning. Boosting does not work right now. So I'm gonna create a Blood Elf, because I'm planning on making a Blood Elf Paladin. And they also changed it back to male and female. The woke is defeated, male and female now. No more body type 1 and body type 2, I guess. So I'm gonna quickly make this character. Nice red hair. Yep, there we go. Ebon Paladin. I agree. Now level up. And click level up. And the boost does not work. The boosting is still down, and you literally cannot boost as of right now. No matter how you do it, the boosting is down. So everyone that spent their money cannot use their boost as of yet. Which, I mean, overall, they did tell us that they were going to fix it in the morning, because again, this is California. They have labor regulations and rules, so employees can't be forced to crunch into fucking 4 AM overnight, yada yada. And the EU team ended up taking over when the NA team had to go to fucking bed and clock out of work. But this is just the beginning of what's actually bugged right now. So I'm going to enter game on my Warlock here. So, right off the rip, we covered two things right there. The maintenance being 32 goddamn hours. We haven't had a maintenance this long since, I think, the original TBC back in 2007. Or no, Warlords. I think Warlords had the long downtime, if I remember correctly. I forget when the last one was. But now we're diving into game. And in game, half the add-ons are broken, and half the add-ons work. So it depends on your add-on, what you have, what you don't have, whether or not that works. Now again, after a 24-hour maintenance, you would think, or in this case 32-hour maintenance, you would think that the game works. You cannot turn in your honor marks anywhere, there are no vendors. Whatever. On top of that, they nerfed honor gains. Right now you have double honor. They made a whole event saying you get double honor. They made a whole event to ensure that you get double honor in game. And I can't show you guys because the add-on that shows you your stuff doesn't work. I can't enable that add-on. Right now, in game, you are not getting double honor for any kills. Right now, for a full game of AV, if you win, you're getting 550 honor. For a full game of AB, you're getting about 1,000 honor. Assuming you win. Assuming you win. Now, that's default honor values. That's not double honor. So the double honor doesn't work. It only works for certain quests. In this context, for example, right here, I will show you guys. The Call to Arms Arathi Basin quest. Bonus honor 637. So the only bonus honor that you actually get in game right now is from a quest. It doesn't actually work anywhere else. Now, I wouldn't actually mind any of these bugs if it wasn't a 32-hour maintenance. The fact that it's a 32-hour maintenance and we still have this many bugs kind of throws me for a little bit of a loop. Like, I'm not really trying to bitch and complain because I am genuinely a jovial guy. I'm very happy. I'm always excited. I'm a shill as far as shilling goes. I love Blizzard. Great fucking company. I mean, 32 hours to still have this kind of bugs. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, as I said, all the honor gear had its price effectively 2.5 to 3x for everything. Weapons went from 3k to about 8,000 a piece. The 200 weapons are 16,000 effectively honor. The gear itself is about 15,000, 14,000 honor for the epic pieces to 8,000 honor a piece. And with how much honor it takes to actually buy gear, you are effectively looking at, if you are trying to get everything, assuming the honor values are not bugged and this is it. Assuming this is the honor values, right? Let's hypothetically just sit here and say, this is the value of honor for the rest of TBC. At least for 60, because I know at 70 honor does get higher because you're level 70s now. Assuming this is it. In Prepatch, if you want to get full rank 14 gear, and assuming you're unlucky, and you lose every single game, At about 400 honor for a loss in AV, about 350 to 400 honor for a loss, you are looking at playing to get 70,000 honor. I think it takes about 70 something thousand honor to get all the gear pieces, 78,000. We are going to do right here. Let's just say it takes 75,000 divided by 400. 187 games of AV back to back. The games last about 30 minutes now. They don't really go past that for the most part. That is 5,625 minutes, so divide that by 60. 93 hours of AV. Assuming you lose every game. Hypothetically speaking, assuming every single run is dog shit, every single aspect of like your gaming, your PvP is terrible. You shouldn't ever get this unlucky, I should clarify. You should never be this unlucky to actually lose what, I don't know how many AVs that comes out to, like 180 AVs back to back should be physically impossible. I don't think scientifically you could lose that many AVs back to back. But I'm just giving you guys an example of how much it's going to be. Now, for the most part, I'm estimating it to come out to about, based on like what I've seen in my thing, it's about 800 to 900 honor per hour. So that's more realistic. So 75,000 divided by about, let's just say, because of the weekends, AB weekend, Warsong, and AV weekend will be in the pre-patch. Let's just say you're getting about 1,200 honor total per game, like per hour across all the weekends. So that is 62 hours, give or take, assuming there's a bunch of wins in there and a bunch of losses, for per character to get the full rank 14 gear. So right, as you guys can see here, 16,000. Let me get rid of this BlizzCon timer, because you know we're a Classic Plus channel. High Warlords, Great Sword, 16,000 honor, 8,000 for the Quick Blade, 8,000 for like the offhands. And then over here, for example, we have the honor gear, the 4,500 for the rank 10, 8, and like 7 gear, and then 8,500 and 14,000 for the rank 13 and 12 gear. So overall, it has become ludicrously expensive, and you are across the board, like I said, looking at about 60 hours of game time of PvPing to get all your stuff. Now, hypothetically speaking, I assume you're going to be getting double honor on the weekend, so you will actually get 2,400 per win or loss, give or take, per hour, 2,400 honor. So I expect these values to be closer to about 40 hours total instead of 62 or 70. But with the amount of people that boosted, the amount of people that have communal gear going into TBC, I kind of expected them to make the PvP gear a little more accessible. I didn't expect them to do that all cheap and easy. I'm gonna be real, I wasn't sitting here telling myself this is gonna be piss easy and a joke, everybody can just jump in and get full rank 14 gear in 5 hours. But about 60 hours average for one character, for a gear that becomes invalidated by about 67, 68. Maybe 70 if you're unlucky with every roll and every quest, is diabolical to me. But overall, we are finally in TBC. And whilst a lot of things are wonky, things are missing, things aren't working correctly here or there, and we did get a 32-hour maintenance before pre-patch, we are at least in TBC, so there is 1 W. But I would be amiss and I would be a shitty creator if I didn't say it. Having unlimited boosts in game, so you can buy as many as you want, then having a 32-hour maintenance period on the third re-release of a expansion, and having this many bugs still in game is, in my opinion, a very disappointing facet and a disappointing experience to be a classic WoW fan. And to be fair, I'm gonna be real, considering that they made boost unlimited, I honestly expected that. Oh, you also can't log out, by the way. Not everybody has that issue, but I can't log out. I have to Alt F4 to log out, so I can't even change between my characters. My logout button doesn't work. There's been maybe 100, 200 people experiencing this issue. Now, it sometimes works if I reload my UI, I can log out. Or I think I can type /logout to make it work. but the in-game UI can be broken. That's with or without LVUI, because I know some people were going to type in the comments, but you got LVUI enabled. I was having the same bug without LVUI as well. It had nothing to do with LVUI. I managed to make LVUI work later. That shit came out broken as all fuck. That took me like an hour and a half, well before I started streaming or recording this. But I did want to say, like, before I ended this video, the fact that the boost doesn't work is actually hilarious to me, because I thought of everything they did, they would make sure the boost worked. And the fact that the boost doesn't work, honestly, I'm gonna give it to Blizzard. You didn't prioritize the money-making thing, and I'm kind of low-key proud of you for that. So thank you for that one, Blizzard. You chose to fix nothing. It is what it is. The boosts aren't going to be working until later today. Much later in the day. They said they were going to fix it today. So for everyone that is waiting to boost or begging or trying to boost, it's going to take time before boosting is ready.